Today, America is going to be on fire because there are very many big games. Arsenal versus Chelsea, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, that's an El Clasico. Man City versus Bayern Munich in the for you. So those are the games that are really taking place down in America. And here on to Rokani Media Football, we promise to bring you some predicted lineups in the for you. But for starters, we are bringing you that of Chelsea versus the side which goes by the names of Arsenal in the for you, because Chelsea is really so amazing. They first played their first game, they won, I think it was Club America. They won by 2-1. Mason Mount and who else on the score sheet? Who scored it? Who scored again? I think it was Mason Mount who scored the winning goal. Then in the one that really Sterling made his debut, they drew 1-1 and they went in penalties. Chelsea won on penalties there for you, and now they are playing their third game of the preseason against Arsenal in there for you. What a way to go ahead and really test your new signings in there for you. And I really believe that it's going to be a Koulibaly debut for Arsenal, for Chelsea in there for you. So allow me to take you through the predicted lineup of Chelsea as they took on a side which goes by names of Arsenal down in America later today in the night, as it's going to be morning hours in for your system. 3-4-2-1. You know, that is the Thomas Tuchel system in there for you. Eduardo Mendy starts in goal in the for side which goes by names of Chelsea in there for you. I think you all know that he's the first choice goalkeeper, and I think this time round Tuchel is fielding his strong all first string side to go on and really tussle out a side which goes by names of Arsenal. The Brazilian, 38 years of age, Thiago Silva, playing into the center of the three-man midfield in the three-man central defense, not midfield. Then Chalobah Trevor is going to play on the right side, I think these are going to be his last games before Jules Kounde arrives at Chelsea, because everything looks like Chelsea have really taken the player who goes by the name of Jules Kounde off Barcelona in there for you. So we expect Chalobah to start onto the right side of the central defense. And guess what? The new arrival, Koulibaly, the Senegalese captain from Napoli, £34 million, is expected to start into the left side of the central defense, first side which goes by the names of Chelsea. Obviously, he's really a very good player, but his age is really going to be so much mattering either for you, because Africans, we know ourselves, if an African in that era of Khalid Koulibaly says he's 31, just know he might be like 36, 37 either for you. So I really believe that people will say that Thiago Silva is 38, is still playing, but Khalid Koulibaly, he is really energetic, but the age factor is really so much of concern into this game. But that's going to be the back three that we expect Thomas Tuchel to front into to face a side which goes by names of Arsenal. Koulibaly, Chalobah, and obviously a man who goes by names of Thiago Silva in there for you, a man of all seasons, and he's really doing great. Then it's not Christiansen. Christiansen left for side which goes by the names of Barcelona. Reece James is playing for side which goes by names of Chelsea. Is going to play onto the right wing back in there for you. You know, he really plays very well that side, and he's one of those players that has really went ahead to benefit from this Thomas Tuchel system either for you, registering 5 goals with 11 assists last season in the Premier League. Very immense statistic either for you. That is a player who goes by names of Reece James. Then we go to Ben Chilwell playing onto the left wing back, and that's how the wings are really going to be looking in this game. You see to it that the manager is really fielding 5 defenders, but these other 2 who act as wing backs add so much onto the attack of the team either for you, and they patrol that entire line, that entire wide area of the left and right side effectively in there for you. That's why you see that the likes of Ben Chilwell will come in and really score goals and really put up assists, and the same applies to Reece James in there for you in this system. So it helps them really go that side, and the back three is always so much onto that side of really giving the back four the protection they want. Jorginho in there for you, playing into a double pivot with Kovacic. This is how they really played in their game. I think we are playing, is it Charlotte? I think they're playing a team known as Charlotte. That's how they started in the midfield. I think with absentia of N'Golo Kante, because he never came to America. Reason, he wasn't vaccinated. So you have to go in America. If you're not a citizen, you're supposed to first have a jab of COVID-19 in there for you. So that is how we expect Chelsea to stand into a double midfield pivot of Jorginho and Kovacic in there for you. Kovacic always adds in a lot. He can act as a CDM, he can act as a box-to-box player, and I really believe that he's going to add some steel in there of the midfield of a team which goes by the names of Chelsea as they play a side which goes by the names of Arsenal in there for you. Then we go to the two midfielders in the for you that are really going to, the two forwards, they're really going to be playing behind the center forward who's going to lead the line. That is a man who goes by the names of, this is who we're having two. There is Christian Pulisic, Captain America, and Mason Mount. Obviously, they are going to lead the line for a side which goes by names of, for the side which goes by the names of Chelsea, as they play side which goes by names of Arsenal. So Mason Mount is going to play onto the right side of the forward or the flank for you, and Christian Pulisic, who scored a goal when they're playing when they're playing Charlotte, is really going to play off the left side of the attacking midfield, and we expect those two to really create lots of chances for the new signing of Chelsea in there for who made his debut in the game of Charlotte, and his name is Raheem Sterling in there for. So expect Raheem Sterling to lead the line, and that means all of the two signings that Tony Boyle has brought in at Chelsea are really going to grant themselves or get themselves a chance to start into this game of football as a team which goes by names of Chelsea plays a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. Smash the like button, comment and share if at all you're watching us for the very first time, and never to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, that is our predicted lineup of how we think Chelsea is going to line up against Arsenal, with a man who goes by the name of Mendy in goal, Chalobah on the right side of the central defense, Khalid Koulibaly, the new signing, on the left side of the central defense, Thiago Silva in the center of the three-man defense of Chelsea in there for you. Then Reece James as a right wing back, Ben Chilwell as a left wing back. Then in the midfield pivot, it's Jorginho and Kovacic, the two forwards that are really going to be feeding Raheem Sterling with the assists to score those goals are Mason Mount, and obviously a player who goes by names of Christian Pulisic, who is known as Captain America in there for you. So guys, feel free to get to your comment section. Tell me what you think about this game of football between Arsenal and Chelsea, and this predicted lineup of Chelsea that have really come out to go ahead and do. But get to know that Arsenal have played 4 games. They've won all of them in the entire 90 minutes. And Chelsea have played 2. The first, they won it by 2-1, and they won it late. And this one, they were playing Charlotte. They really drew 1-1, and they went to penalties. That's where this game really ended in the first. It shows you that Arsenal looks like they're having a very much sharper side, but let's wait and see when they really face a side from the Premier League for the very first time in America. How is it gonna be? Because it might be a different test for Arsenal altogether, because you don't think that it's going to be an easy nut to crack at a side which goes by the names of Arsenal in there for you. Chelsea are fielding their first best 11, and we are coming back to give you how we believe that Arsenal is going to start in there for you. But all in all, Chelsea is really a team that is worrying, according to me, because if the manager is trusting Raheem Sterling to go in and lead his line, what if he gets injured? What are they going to do? Timo Werner has failed really to prove himself at the side which goes by the name of Chelsea. The other player is Kai Havertz. Obviously for him, he's at least scoring goals either for you as a false 9, but Tuchel has really failed to get the best out of Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic. Even Kai Havertz, he's failing, by the way, and he's not improving these players. And I really doubt whether Thomas Tuchel has really done enough work to go ahead and really get these players to the next level they're supposed to be. That's why you see he's fidgeting, and he's not really wanting to come in and really show them what they're supposed to do. That's why you hear news that Ziyech is going to a side which goes by names of AC Milan, and very many other players like Timo Werner are linked to Liverpool, AC Milan, and very many other teams in the way. So I think Tuchel needs to do some homework on how he really trains these players, because these players are so much good and they deserve better, because where they came in from, they're performing very well. And they come in at Chelsea, things have changed totally. They're not really getting to the levels we expected them to be. Lukaku, a player who costed £100 million for Chelsea, failed to play through this system. I don't know why he doesn't change this system. I really believe that it's better for him to go with a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 to enable these other players to thrive in his system. But we're waiting to see what he's going to do against Arsenal. Your predictions are welcome into the comment section below. I go by the names of Rokani David onto the Rokani Media Football. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm returning with what we call the predicted lineup of Arsenal versus Chelsea. I'm out.